All right, if you're listening to this, you're probably getting ready for a big interview.
A big interview.
With Marriott.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
And you want to make sure you knock it out of the park. Well, that's what we're here for today.
We're going to help you.
We're diving deep into some expert advice from Joshua Brown.
From how to become.
Yes.
Yeah.
He's got this YouTube video all about Marriott interviews. And he really seems to know what he's talking about.
He does. He does. What I think is so interesting about Brown is that he goes beyond the surface level of what to do in an interview.
Yeah.
He gives us a peek into like what Marriott's really looking for in their candidates.
I got that same sense too. You know, it's not just like have the right experience on your resume. It's like, how do you fit into the culture?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And it's not just about knowing how to answer the questions. It's about understanding the values of Marriott and how to embody those in your responses.
Right. Exactly.
So you're not just a good candidate. You're the right candidate for Marriott.
Right. You're the Marriott kind of person. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
So he kicks things off. And this is one that I feel like everyone just dreads this question.
What's that?
Tell me about yourself.
Oh, yeah. That can be a real make or break moment in an interview.
I feel like it is.
Especially when it's the very first question they ask.
Yeah, I hate that.
And it's interesting because Brown actually advises against falling into the trap of sharing too much personal information.
Like, don't give him your whole life story. Right.
It's not the time to talk about your hobbies or your cat collection or anything like that.
Your cat collection.
Yeah. The focus should be on your professional strengths and how they connect to the job you're interviewing for. Make sure you're highlighting the skills and experiences that are relevant to the specific role you're applying for.
So Taylor.
Yeah.
Okay. So no rambling, but he did give a sample answer in his video. And and there was one phrase that I wrote it down because I was like, oh, that is so smart.
What's that?
Confident, respectful, diligent, resilient. When I heard him say those 4 words, I was like, oh, those are power words.
And they're not just random words. They're carefully chosen to reflect the qualities that Marriott values in their employees.
Uh-huh.
So when you use those words to describe yourself,
Yeah.
you're essentially telling the interviewer that you understand what they're looking for and that you possess those qualities.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so you've nailed that intro.
Yeah.
You know, and you've kind of set a tone.
You've made a good first impression.
Yeah, and then they hit you with this one. Why do you want to work in a Marriott hotel?
That's another one that could be tricky.
Because, right.
You don't want to give a generic answer that everyone else is giving.
It sounds like you just want a job.
Exactly. You need to showcase your understanding of the company and what makes Marriott stand out from the competition. So do your homework before the interview.
Yeah.
Research Marriott. Understand their mission, their values, their commitment to excellence. And then tailor your answer to demonstrate how your career goals align with what they represent.
So it's like, I'm not just looking for any job in hospitality. I'm looking for a Marriott job.
Right, exactly. It's about making it clear that you're specifically drawn to what Marriott offers.
I see.
Brown suggests using phrases that highlight Marriott's dynamic nature. You know, the opportunity to work with like-minded professionals, to be a part of a team that strives for excellence in everything they do. He even uses the phrase, align perfectly with my career aspirations, which shows that you're not just there for a paycheck. You're there to grow and develop your career in a company that you admire.
That makes a lot of sense.
And it sets you apart from those who might just be looking for any job.
Right. Okay. What is your definition of hospitality? This is one that it seems straightforward, but I bet you there's a lot more to it than people realize.
There is. A lot of people will give like a textbook definition of hospitality. You know, something like being friendly and welcoming to guests. But Brown emphasizes the importance of going beyond that surface level.
Yeah.
To really understand what it means to create a memorable and positive experience for every guest. It's about exceeding expectations, anticipating needs, really going above and beyond to make people feel valued and cared for.
He even uses the phrase genuine kindness, which I love.
It's not just about being polite, it's about genuinely caring about the well-being of your guest and wanting them to have the best possible experience.
Right. Okay. I can see how that would make a big difference.
It's about understanding that hospitality is not just a job, it's a way of being.
Yeah. You know, it's funny you say that because I remember staying at a Marriott once. And I had mentioned, like, just in passing that I was celebrating a special occasion.
Uh,
And the next day, the staff, like, surprised me with a small cake and a handwritten note.
oh, wow.
And it was such a small gesture,
Yeah.
but it made me feel so seen and like they really cared.
That's exactly the kind of experience that Marriott is known for.
Yeah.
And that's what they're looking for in their employees. People who can go that extra mile to make a guest's stay truly memorable. It's about creating those wow moments that people will remember and talk about long after they've checked out.
So it's about going above and beyond just, the basic duties, right? It's
Uh,
about creating those moments that people remember. All right. Let's talk about the not so pleasant side of hospitality.
oh, you mean customer complaints?
Yeah, yeah.
Because let's be real, those are bound to happen in any hospitality setting.
Yeah. How do you answer that question in an interview?
Well, it's all about showcasing your problem-solving skills and your ability to stay calm and composed even under pressure.
Hmm.
Because that's what Marriott is looking for, people who can handle difficult situations gracefully and effectively. Brown breaks it down into key elements. You want to start by actively listening to the guest. Let them know that you hear and understand their concerns.
Mm-hmm.
Then you want to empathize with them. Acknowledge their feelings and validate their experience, even if you don't necessarily agree with their perspective. Then you take prompt action to address the issue and find a resolution. And if the issue is beyond your scope of authority, you involve your supervisor or manager to ensure that the guest's needs are met. And finally, you follow up with the guest to make sure they're satisfied with the resolution and to reinforce that their feedback is valued.
Okay, so there's like a structure to it. It's not just like, oh, I'm so sorry, I don't know what to do.
All right, exactly. You want to demonstrate a clear and confident approach to handling complaints.
Okay. I like how he emphasizes turning a negative experience into a positive one, because you're not just fixing the problem, you're trying to salvage the relationship with the guest.
Exactly. It's about turning that frown upside down.
Exactly. Okay, so we've covered some tough questions.
We have.
But then there's this one, and I feel like this is the main event. Why should we hire you?
Ah, yes. The big one.
This is your chance to shine.
This is where you really get to sell yourself.
Yeah.
And this is where that job description comes back into play.
Oh, right, right.
Brown really stresses the importance of tailoring your answer to the specific skills and experiences that are outlined in the job description.
So no long-winded stories about, irrelevant things.
Right. You want to keep your answer concise, focused, and directly relevant to the role you're applying for. Highlight the strengths and accomplishments that make you the best fit for this particular job.
I see.
He suggests using phrases like strong blend of skills, dedicated to providing exceptional customer service, commitment to professionalism. But here's the catch. You can't just make these claims. You have to back them up with concrete examples from your experience.
Ah, I see. So, don't just tell them, show them.
Exactly. Show them how you've used your skills to achieve results in the past.
Right.
Give specific examples of situations where you demonstrated those qualities and highlight the positive outcomes that you were able to achieve. Because the more specific and relevant your examples, the more convincing and memorable your answer will be. It's all about painting a picture of your capabilities and letting your accomplishments speak for themselves.
Okay. Wow. This is great stuff.
Yeah.
He also mentioned that there were some additional questions to prepare for. Can you give us a little sneak peek into, what else we should have on our radar?
Yeah, absolutely. So Brown provides a whole list of common Marriott interview questions. Things like, what does excellent customer service mean to you?
Yeah.
How would you handle a rude or difficult customer? Tell me about a time you went above and beyond for a guest. What are your strengths and weaknesses? These are all pretty standard interview questions.
Well,
But he also provides insights into what Marriott is looking for in each of those answers. And he gives you tips on how to structure your responses to really highlight those key qualities that align with Marriott's values and customer-centric approach.
got it. And I'm guessing he also gives tips on how to practice.
Absolutely. He emphasizes the importance of thorough preparation. And he suggests, practicing your answers out loud, either by yourself or with a friend, just to get comfortable articulating your thoughts clearly and concisely.
Right.
It's like rehearsing for a performance.
Uh-huh.
The more you practice, the more confident you'll feel on stage, or in this case, in the interview room.
All right. Before we wrap up this part of the deep dive, he mentions a secret weapon.
Oh, yeah.
3 smart questions to ask at the end of the interview.
Yeah.
Now, we're going to keep those a secret for now,
We'll keep you in suspense.
but but stay tuned.
Oh.
We will reveal all, but trust me, these questions are designed to make you stand out from the crowd.
They're going to leave a lasting impression on the interviewer.
Yeah.
Because asking thoughtful questions not only shows that you're genuinely interested in the role, but it also demonstrates that you're proactive and already thinking about how you can contribute to the team. It shows that you're not just passively going through the motions, but you're actively engaged and eager to learn more.
So stay tuned for part 2, where we'll unveil Brown's secret weapon questions and wrap up with some final tips to help you really rock that Marriott interview.
Stay tuned.
All right, welcome back to the deep dive. We are dissecting these Marriott interview tips from Joshua Brown, and I'm ready to hear these secret weapon questions.
The suspense is killing me.
I know. It's like, what could they be, right? Because asking questions at the end of an interview, I feel like it's so tricky. You don't want to sound clueless.
Yeah, you don't want to ask something that you should already know the answer to,
Yeah.
or something that makes you seem unprepared.
Right, exactly. But you also want to sound engaged.
Yeah, you want to show that you're curious and thoughtful,
Yes.
and that you've been paying attention throughout the interview.
Okay, so what's the first one? What's the first question that he suggests?
Okay, so Brown suggests asking, what are some of the biggest challenges someone in this role might face?
Oh, I like that.
It shows that you're realistic.
Yeah.
You're not just starry-eyed about the job.
Yeah.
You're thinking about the potential obstacles
Right.
and how you might overcome them.
And it shows that you're a problem solver.
Exactly. You're already thinking about how you tackle those challenges head on.
Okay, question 1 down. 2 to go. What's next?
Okay, this one's about growth and development.
Okay.
Brown suggests asking, what opportunities for professional development or training does Marriott offer?
Oh, I love that. Because Marriott is known for investing in their employees, right?
Yes, absolutely.
They're always like promoting from within. So that question aligns perfectly with their values.
Exactly. It shows you're ambitious.
Yeah.
You're eager to learn,
Uh-huh.
and that you're looking for a company that will support your growth.
You're not just there for like the short term.
Right. You're looking for a place where you can build a long-term career.
Right, exactly. Okay, 2 down. Last one. Lay it on me. What's the final secret weapon question?
All right. This one focuses on the team dynamic. He suggests asking, can you tell me about the team dynamic and the culture within the department?
Okay.
So it shows that you understand that work isn't just about individual tasks.
Yeah.
It's about collaborating and being part of a team.
Right.
And you want to make sure that you'd be a good fit for that team.
It also shows that you're thinking about the bigger picture. Like, you don't want to end up on some team where, it's a toxic environment or something.
Exactly. You're interviewing them just as much as they're interviewing you.
That's such a good point. It is a two-way street. Wow. We've covered a lot of ground here. We went from, like those basic interview questions all the way to these secret weapon questions. What would you say are like the main takeaways, like as our listener is getting ready for their interview?
I think the biggest takeaway is that preparation is key.
Yeah.
The more you prepare, the more confident you'll feel. So research Marriott thoroughly, understand the specific requirements of the role, and practice your answers to common interview questions.
Practice, practice, practice.
Yes.
It makes a difference.
It does.
Okay, now before we move on to part 3, where we wrap everything up, I want to leave our listener with something to think about.
Ooh, a little homework assignment.
It's a little homework assignment. Think about what makes you unique. What sets you apart from other candidates? What specific experiences or qualities can you bring to Marriott that would make you an invaluable asset to their team?
So think about your strengths,
Yeah.
your accomplishments,
Yeah.
the things that make you stand out from the crowd.
It could be, your dedication to customer service or your problem-solving skills or maybe even your ability to stay calm under pressure.
Whatever it is, identify those strengths and be ready to articulate them clearly and confidently.
So we'll dive deeper into that and wrap up with some final words of wisdom in part 3.
Stick with us.
We've talked about so much in this deep dive.
I know. It's amazing how much we've learned from just one YouTube video.
I know, right? And I'm feeling a lot more prepared. Like if I had a Marriott interview tomorrow, I think
Yeah, me too.
I'd feel good about it.
We've gone from tell me about yourself
Yeah.
all the way to like secret weapon questions.
I know, right? Like who would have thought?
It's great.
Yeah.
It really shows the power of preparation.
Yes, preparation is key.
Having a framework for how to approach these questions.
Right.
I think it makes a big difference.
Yeah, definitely. And speaking of preparation,
Yeah.
I think it's worth emphasizing like how important it is to really, really get to know Marriott as a company.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, go beyond just knowing that they're a big hotel chain.
Right.
Dive into their website,
Yeah.
read their mission statement,
Yeah.
look at their values,
Uh,
check out their recent initiatives, like their commitment to sustainability, all of that.
right. Like you want to be able to talk about those things.
Yeah, it shows that you've done your research,
Yes.
that you're genuinely interested in the company.
It's not just about ticking boxes. It's about like
Yeah,
finding those things that you genuinely connect with.
exactly.
Right.
And when you connect with the company's values, it shows.
Yes, it does.
It shows in your enthusiasm,
Uh-huh.
in the way you answer questions.
Right.
It's about finding that alignment between your goals and what Marriott prioritizes.
Yeah, I like how you said alignment.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
you're not just looking for any job, you're looking for the right fit.
Yeah.
And that comes across
And it shows.
much more powerfully when you can articulate like why Marriott
Uh-huh.
in particular excites you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It ties back to that question about, professional development opportunities.
Right.
Marriott's known for promoting from within.
Yeah.
So demonstrating that you see yourself growing with the company, that you're not just there for a short-term gig,
Right.
makes a big impact.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a smart move to position yourself as someone who's thinking long-term, who's eager to learn, who's ready to contribute to Marriott's success.
Yeah, definitely.
So as you prepare for your interview, take some time to reflect on your own career journey.
Okay.
How have your past experiences shaped your skills?
Uh-huh.
What are your goals for the future?
Right.
And where do you see yourself fitting into the Marriott landscape?
I love that. So have those answers ready.
Yeah.
Like really
Articulate them
be
clearly.
able to articulate them clearly.
And confidently.
Yes, and that'll give you so much confidence walking into that room.
Absolutely.
Confidence is key.
Yes, confidence is key. And, while it's important to showcase your skills and experience,
Uh-huh.
don't forget to let your personality shine through.
Oh, that's so important.
It is.
Because Marriott is all about creating these exceptional experiences.
Yeah.
And it starts with like a genuine human connection.
Yeah.
Let your passion for hospitality come through.
Let your enthusiasm for the opportunity come across.
Right.
It's that spark, that genuine passion that shows you're not just going through the motions, but you're truly excited about the prospect of joining the Marriott team.
I love that. Well, we've reached the end of our Marriott interview deep dive.
We have.
And I have to say, I'm feeling really good about it.
Me too. I feel like we've covered everything.
Yeah.
And I hope our listeners feel more prepared and confident.
Yes, you've got this.
You've done the research. You've practiced your answers.
You've got Brown's secret weapon questions.
You're ready.
Yeah. Go into that interview with confidence. Showcase your unique skills and experience.
And remember to be yourself.
Be yourself.
Let your passion shine through.
Yes.
And I have no doubt you'll make a fantastic impression.
Good luck with your Marriott interview.
We're rooting for you.
Yeah.